Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nerd Soup. I am Beau Oliver, joined today by Aaron, and once again, we are reviewing The Mandalorian, Chapter 4, Sanctuary. No "the" in the title. Let's just jump right into the episode. Obviously, we left off with that big gun shootout in Chapter 3, and Chapter 4 begins with the Mandalorian, and Baby Yoda looking for sanctuary, looking for a place to lay low, and they find it.
Yes, that they do.
That opening scene.
Well, when he's playing with the buttons.
Oh, Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
He's doing baby stuff.
Yeah.
He gives him a lot of freedom.
Well, he can handle his own. He did see him use the Force.
He is 50.
Yeah.
So you stay here now, old man. Got some gray coming out of your ears.
They do find, I forgot what the planet was named, but they're trying to lay low, but...
Swampy bluefish planet.
Yes.
He was like, the swampy bluefish planet. Not a lot of Imperial presence here. ATST.
Yeah.
Just can't catch a break.
No, and...
I did love that opening scene, though, when they raid the village.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yep.
You know, everybody's hunting for the fish, kids playing with the frog. I was like, this is what happiness probably feels like.
Look out!
Giant gun!
Orcs.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
This is orcs raiding a village.
But yeah, it was... At first I thought it was another flashback. I didn't really know what was going on, but then...
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Mando as a young kid.
That really set the stage for what happens later on in the episode, but wouldn't be very entertaining television if you just found this paradise and lay load.
It's like, yeah, our next 5 episodes are just going to be situational comedy. Them adapting to the community. Mando dressing like one of them, but keeps the helmet on. Slaps their hands whenever they reach for it. But no, of course, something terrible would have to happen. And Bryce Dallas Howard, first time directing for the season. She's only got 1 episode this season, but... I mean, it's in her blood, directing movies, directing TV. And I thought this opening scene was perfect.
Yeah.
It was tense. It was frightening. You really get into the situation that these characters are in.
And then he goes to the little diner.
Yeah, a little tavern.
Yeah, nice little cafe. They see Gina Carano's character, which his name is...
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune. I knew that.
She had an interesting backstory. Rebellion fighter, then kind of had to try and keep the peace for where she was stationed, and... She mentions that she ended up suppressing protesters that were kind of, squabbling with the new people that were in power. And it goes to show, once again, that this new republic, it's in its infancy. And there are going to be cracks and problems that they have to resolve.
Yeah, definitely. Every time they kind of allude to or either visual references or verbal references to, I guess, life after the Empire, it's always interesting to see. Because by the time we get to The Force Awakens... it's a whole different world. Yeah,
there's some semblance of a government.
Yeah,
that they are fighting against. I mean, they take out that whole. That's what's kind of bittersweet about The Force Awakens. They finally built up the government, and then Snoke's like, "Sorry, you've all been impeached permanently." But she's on the run as well because it seems like she's a deserter, and she does have some sort of history. I mean, that fight between them. One thing that I do love about the fighting in this show is that they're not especially quick. They're not superhuman. But you feel the punches, man. Every punch that lands or every punch that's thrown, you could feel it. The physicality of their fighting is what I really love.
It ends in a draw, and Baby Yoda's just chilling, sipping his soup.
Yeah, he's sipping that nice nerd broth.
That was a great scene. I think this episode, it was a little...
derivative? Cliche?
Yeah, it was a little...
Seven Samurai?
Well,
it's an entire movie.
I know. But, no, I was just saying that, it felt a little goofy at times.
Yeah. I mean, Mando speaks more than he has in probably the last 3 episodes combined.
Yeah, but I still thought it was a solid episode, but, the whole thing with, oh, you should stay, and I felt like it was a little cliche, but I still had fun with this episode, too, especially the end. But, yeah, we find those 2 characters that offer him a job to get rid of these raiders, or what would you call them? Yeah,
they were kind of like raiders.
Yeah.
It's just like Seven Samurai. The village comes, the villagers, they try and hire this. Obviously, it's Seven Samurai. There's 7 of them. And here there's just one individual. You could see that, he's got a heart of gold. He had a crack at it, but eventually he's going to break down. And, well, he takes the deal because he thinks nobody's ever going to find me here.
Yeah.
If these people put me up in the middle of nowhere in their farm, who the hell is going to catch me? So we got 4 more episodes here, Mando. I'm sure they're going to find you.
Yeah.
But he takes the job, and he also tries to convince Cara Dune to join him, and she does because she realizes, this is the perfect hiding spot. And once they get an idea of what they're going up against when they're tracking in the forest and they see the ATST, footprint in the forest. Oh boy, here we go again.
Yeah, they kind of
I'll never not think of Rich Evans. ATST, ATST.
Kind of they undersold the threat there.
They're like, oh, there's like 3 dozen fighters. No
Yeah, they're
equipment.
not even that good. I mean, just we don't have any weapons. I'm sure you'll handle it.
We just suck, but with you guys.
It's an Empire fucking weapon.
Yeah, it's a Death Star
Yeah.
in the middle of the forest. It's nothing.
That's Darth Vader.
Just use your zappy pulse rifle thing.
Yeah.
It's Darth Vader.
But yeah, that was like kind of like when they were like training them how to fight and stuff. That was nice. It was kind of nice though, seeing him in that environment. Baby Yoda especially looks happy. You know, he has other kids to play with. It would be nice for him just to relax for a little in a peaceful environment. And they're setting up him taking off that helmet so hard.
Yeah, I thought they were going to give us a look when he's eating dinner
Yeah.
and he's overlooking the children. I did like that, getting into
They mentioned
more
it
of
like
the
10 times already, so we know it's going to happen sooner
Yeah.
or later.
And the character O'Mara kind of pokes at him and asks, when was the last time you took off that helmet? And he's like, last night. So he does take it off. I was wondering, I was like, does it have a cleaning system? Is it very light so it doesn't hurt his neck? Or is his neck just so brolic now? It's just used to it?
Yeah.
These are the questions.
Yes.
But he mentions that it was the last time he took off the helmet was when he was a child. And that speaks to, he's looking at Baby Yoda when she says, wouldn't it be nice if he could just be a kid? And he's like, yeah, that would have been nice for me, too. From childhood until now, it just shows that he lost that innocence when his village was raided and he was taken away.
What a shame, too. I mean, you have a face like Pedro Pascal and you got to hide it all the time.
Imagine that. He just thinks he's ugly
Yeah.
this whole time. Meanwhile, he's just gorgeous. You're an A-list movie star under that helmet. Well, that's the thing. The cliches work so well for me in this episode. And I could see where other people might not like it, but their relationship is so cliche.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, she's going to board with the attractive widow and the young child
Yeah.
to humanize him, of course.
Yeah, and he probably, I mean, in his flashbacks, you see him with his family, and they're kind of getting raided, too. So he probably saw a lot of his upbringing with these people. It was pretty neat how they did the little, like, recon mission and kind of set that trap for the ATST.
Yeah. I love the way that they've been using Baby Yoda because this is a character, he's adorable, he's Yoda, he's powerful, but they're not using the Force powers. They had it in episode 2, but they're not relying on that. He's not getting him out of situations. He's not fighting with him. But the way that they've been using him, keeping him on the sidelines, you have that moment, those wholesome moments of him playing with the kids. It's cute, he's adorable, but they're not over-relying on this character to bring in viewers. To me, that's just perfect.
You could easily fall into overusing the character, and they probably might not have known what it would have turned into. I saw something like Baby Yoda has like the more Google searches than anybody running for president.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's Baby Yoda, Pete Buttigieg, and
Yeah.
then Jesus. Those
Yeah.
are the 3 most Googled people in the world right now.
So, like, it's immensely popular, and I'm sure they knew that, people would like this character, but maybe not to this extent, so
Right.
probably season 2.
Well, the best example of that is Baby Groot.
Yeah.
When they did that Baby Groot throwaway scene at the very end, and then he became a sensation, and then they had no merch ready. It looks like this time, though, they're going to have some merch for the holidays.
Well, I think they waited because they didn't want to spoil it.
Right, yes.
'Cause, a lot of times the toys get released before the actual media.
Yeah, that Qui-Gon being stabbed by Darth Maul toy that my dad got me in 1999. This is awesome.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. That's the best. The soundtrack for The Phantom Menace was released before the movie, and one of the titles is called Qui-Gon's Death. And everyone was like,
Man.
well,
It's
this
like,
is just metaphorical.
well, I think they had a Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet toy before the movie.
Yes. Well, somebody tagged us in that on Twitter, too.
Yeah.
Come on, kid. But I did like the training because, it was Seven Samurai. And somebody had mentioned that they did this in Clone Wars, too. But Seven Samurai, that's the movie that inspired Star Wars. It's Seven Samurai. It's The Hidden Fortress, Flash Gordon, Joseph Campbell. It's a mixture of all those different pieces. And you get the Star Wars recipe. But they're literally going back to the basics.
Yeah, but like when she has to like turn the spear into the sharp end.
Yeah, it's goofy, yeah. A little training montage.
Yeah.
You don't like a training montage? You don't like Rocky?
Now you're putting words in my mouth. I love a good training montage.
You did say you hate Rocky. It worked for me, but I could see how other people would view it as goofy, which it was.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but I just thought it was a little goofy.
I like how Amara is a good shot. Don't really have to train her.
Yeah.
Mando gives her that
Not
reaffirming
like
head nod.
Yeah, and then they lured the I don't even know what they call them, the raiders.
The orcs.
Yeah, to
Shrek people.
to the farm, and I guess he knew that the they might be setting a trap or something.
Well,
He
when
just pulled up,
that ATSD first pops up, Jurassic Park. That's
Yeah.
the T-Rex.
definitely.
I liked the look of it, that it's run down. It looks like a horror ATSD. Cara Dune, she goes out there and she's just trying to lure this thing into that. You know that they're going to win. It was still tense watching that scene play out.
Yeah, I liked how they use that too. It's like the series is not overly reliant on a lot of aspects from the Star Wars movies, but little nods like that are, I think, awesome. And it really sets the environment for the series.
Does it upset you that this episode has nothing to do with the main story?
You think he's just gonna leave and that's it?
I hope that this
Never
planet...
see any of these characters, this planet again?
I think this is maybe where he ends his story. When everything's said and done, when he could finally rest, this is the planet where he's going to go. But they could very well never come back to this. This could be planet hopping. Oh, they found us again. We have to go to a new place. Here's the next adventure for the week. This week's adventure. Like a serial. Like an old school Saturday morning Western TV show.
It does feel like that, right?
Yeah.
This is a new adventure, but it's all tied in, obviously.
Right. There is a bigger story at play with Baby Yoda and the Empire. But that looked like maybe that was just a leftover ATSD. And these raiders, these orcs were like, oh, cool, let's use this to kill people and take their little blue krill fishy. But yeah, they get discovered at the end there. Yeah, those FOB trackers. You wonder how those work. I guess maybe the commotion. He said that rumors spread fast.
Yeah, you knew, and he's like, oh, I'm going to leave Baby Yoda here, and I'm going to go.
Yeah, before that, he makes that decision.
I was like, no, you're not.
Don't
leave him.
This baby is going to be with you for quite some time here, Mando.
That
was emotional, man. Looking at little Baby Yoda, when she's like, that's going to break his little heart. Felt bad for me.
Yeah.
She's trying to tell him, hey, retire, man. Got a hot widow.
Little
baby?
When he had that sniper on,
Ooh.
I thought,
Don't do that.
yeah, I didn't like that.
Nobody puts a sniper
I
on
knew
Baby.
I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but
Even him in the crosshairs
Yeah.
hurt me. Could you imagine that little cute head exploding? Green goo all over those kids?
it'd be awful. But everyone's saying if they kill Baby Yoda, they're gonna be devastated.
That's not going to happen.
It might, but not sniper rifle to
Not
the
gonna, yeah.
fucking forehead.
If he dies, it's going to be like because he overdid the Force.
Yeah, like a cute death.
Right, an adorable little Baby Yoda death. Like Big Yoda when he just disappears.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Darth Vader's your dad, Luke's your sister. Peace.
Yeah, so obviously we know that other bounty hunters are tracking them. So you assume the rest of the story or the season, that's obviously going to be an obstacle for our two heroes to overcome.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to next week. Hopefully they get back into the Empire and what the Empire wants with Baby Yoda, but I thought this was a nice little diversion.
Yeah, it really didn't answer any questions or give you anything as to how the story is going to end or the bigger story surrounding it, but it was a nice little fun episode.
Obviously, you guys can let us know what you think of the episode in the comment section below. We won't read them, though, because it is Star Wars, and like I said, I avoid those comments like I'm being shot with a blaster.
Teddy will look.
Yeah, we'll have Teddy. Make Teddy take the fall for that. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video, and of course we would like to thank our Patreon supporters. Without you guys, Nerd Soup wouldn't be Nerd Soup. Seriously, your support is what keeps the fridge full, so thank you once again for your support. If you are interested in supporting Nerd Soup through Patreon, visit our page and check out the different rewards we offer to our fans. If not, then no problem. We appreciate anyone who takes time from their day to watch our videos. So thank you to each and every one of you out there watching, and remember to like and share this video. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like it. Or don't.